Hi guys, how are you all doing? Okay, so it's been a bit of a while since I've done my last video, even though I've not done many. But basically I've just been very busy at work. I have a huge project that I'm working on, and that and family life, being a father, husband, it's just completely not my time. So I haven't really had time to do much else, apart from buy some horror movies, which is what this video is. I thought I'd just show what I've basically been picking up. It's kind of the last couple of months, or probably pretty much everything this year that I picked up, and dipping into the end of last year, like there'll be a few titles from there. But I actually haven't done one of these videos, so I thought it might be quite fun to do. I know there's a lot of people out there, they spend a lot of money and they have huge updates every month. I'm not quite a collector to that level, but I pick up a fairly decent amount. But maybe it's something that it's worth doing a video every 2 to 3 months, something like that. As I said, this is my first video of doing one of these, so I'll kind of jump straight into it. But, well, just before I start, I've got DVD pile and a Blu-ray pile, but I apologise now. I've decided to do this video fairly quickly, and they're in no order. It's like arrows mixed together and a few non-horror in there, but let's just see how this goes. But like I said, let's just jump straight into it. I'll do DVDs first, and then we'll go into the Blu-rays. So my first pickup, Faculty. As you see, it's like a €1 pickup. Just a second hand. This is the Nordic release of it. It's a film I don't have, and it's yeah, it's an underrated. Well, I don't know if it's that underrated. But it's a classic 80s film, classic 90s film. I don't know. Can you really say classic yet from the 90s? But it's a good film anyway. Didn't have it, so I picked it up. Also from the same second-hand store. Also for €1, Virus. This one splits opinion, but I have good fun with this. I kind of like the. Oh well, I think most people know what this film is. That you have aliens, kind of an alien life form from outer space, kind of takes over, like anything metal, like robots. I can't even remember it now. I'm terrible at describing this. But basically, all the robots, everything's plugged in. So I remember being a little kid having a remote control trucks and stuff like that, and they would attach to the remote control by a wire. That's how these robots are, and it's pretty funny, and it's kind of dated itself very quickly. But it's a fun film. Again, from the same store, again for €1, House of a Thousand Corpses. For some reason I didn't own this one. No idea why, but now I do. Good film, we all know this one. Okay, next we have a few from my sister-in-law that was clearing stuff out, and she was getting rid of a load of old DVDs, and she was like, they're not very good ones, the ones I don't want, and I'm like, yeah, anything horror or anything, I'll take it. Yep, this is the kind of quality that we'll be looking at. D-War. Apparently this was a huge budget, this film, and I kind of half watched it once, and it's pretty bad. Okay, one of the Chucky films I've not seen, Seed of Chucky. Pretty sure this was one of the shit ones, one of the 2 shit ones, but it was free. This I've never seen, but a lot of people might have. We have these 90s kind of floating head cover on here, so it must be a film from 2000. Okay, so just missed the 90s. And it has Kylie Minogue, Molly Ringwald, and Simon Boswell. Wow. How have I never heard of that? Okay, next. This is a very good film that kind of really took me by surprise. Last Shift. Yeah, really was not expecting this. It's a kind of contained cult horror film about the last shift. It's a police station, and it's the night before it closes for good, and they have one rookie officer. It's like her first night that's actually covering this last shift, and just watch it. Yeah, this isn't really a review video, but I just want to. Yeah, it's good. It's a very good film. I recommend that. Sorry, I'm going to have to go quickly through this because it's not a giant pile, but we don't want this to be over an hour. And I think I talk a little bit much already. Okay, so next one I can't pronounce. Sergio Diabolico or something like that. I can't remember the American title, but I have the UK pickup. Meant to be a very, very good film, and I've still not watched it. 2016, I think this was. I think this came up on a lot of people's top 10 lists, so I need to check that out. Then we have a couple of shots on video flicks, just complete cool gore fests, and these are a couple of Wild Eye releases. So we have Bread and Circus, still not opened this one yet, and the same with Acid Bath. Great shot on video films though, low budget, fun gore. Okay, this also has a different title. I can't remember what the US title is, but the UK one is Found, and I found out that this is actually quite cut, and I've not seen the film, so I'm kind of probably going to get rid of this and pick up the uncut version. I normally check, because what's the point in buying something that's cut? So yeah, I dropped the ball with that one, but this was a couple of quid, so no harm, no foul. Next we have a film from the wonderful Caleb Landry Jones. Landry. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Very kind of unique character. I like what he always brings to his films, and he has a leading role in this. And this is Cronenberg's son, David Cronenberg's son, Brandon. Very good, very like. It's not particularly gory, but it's to do with illness and disease and stuff like that. It's a bit icky, but it's very, very cool film. I really enjoyed it. Next, I picked this up. This was like super cheap, like £12 or something, and I actually didn't have any of them, which is pretty poor. But I know that the Blue's like super cheap, like £20 odd, but this was released before, and I saw it, and I was like, £12, why not? I'll pick it up. And yeah, it's all the special edition DVD releases. So yeah, I started watching a few bits and pieces, some of the extras and that, and it's really good. And transfers aren't bad actually, so very pleased with that one. Next we have a kind of unknown vampire film with Christopher Walken, and it's by Abel Ferrara, and it's Abel Ferrara of Driller Killer fame. I've not seen this, but apparently this is a little bit of a difficult film to get hold of, and not many people have heard about it, and I still haven't watched it. Next, I Know Blue Underground released this on a very, very, very nice release, and I was like, I don't have a Troma DVD. Why not get Stendhal Syndrome on DVD? 50p, I think. What can I say? It appears I'm quite cheap. Yeah, I've got a couple. These are not new, so I don't know why they slipped in there. Next we have Kong, Skull Island. And actually bought this was like £3 I think off eBay, and it came with Godzilla as well. That I already have on Blu-ray, but this I hadn't seen. I have seen it since, although this isn't opened. I've seen it on Netflix, and surprisingly good actually. I know that people were saying quite positive reviews, but I've noticed I'm slipping away from liking action films. But this was a good ride. It's kept me grips the whole way through. Now we have a new, I wouldn't say modern, because I've not seen it, so I really don't know. I just picked it up by word of mouth, but I know there's a nice blue out, but this again was £3, Francesca. So this is 2015, was it? Maybe 2015 came out. It's only just come out, I think. This maybe 2017. It took a while to get a proper release, but I will watch this at some point. Obviously I'll watch everything at some point. Another one shot to video. This one I've not seen, but I love. Look at that artwork. How much fun is that? I need to check this out. Yes, look at this. Possibly some worm placement here. Bad worm placement. I don't know if there's any worms on there. I will see when I finally get around to watching it. But yeah, I love the cover art of this one. And then this is another one from my sister-in-law that I've not even looked at yet. It's the Gore box set. And we have the Legion of the Dead, Slash. And wow, we have Beyond Reanimator. the one Reanimator that I don't have. I have the 2 special editions of Arrow for Reanimator and Bride of Reanimator. Really happy to have those, and now I have a very basic DVD of Beyond, so nice trilogy there. But I've not seen that one, so that's cool. And this is another one from the sister-in-law. I have a few of these like dark labels now. This is like a Nordic horror release thing, and it's not one I've heard of actually. Unrest. I don't know what it's like, but we'll see. Looking at some of the other ones she's given me, maybe it won't be so good. But next, classic. I've not seen this for a long time. Not really horror, but not horror at all. But really fun film. It's a great one. And another one horror. Again, a Euro. This one a Euro. Point Break. Classic. And then we do go on to another horror set. And again, this was super cheap. Arrow did a release. Well Go USA did a release. The Arrow one I actually wasn't kind of that like super happy to get because it has the big sphere. It has the sphere, and I just didn't really want the sphere. That's why I was quite interested in the Well Go USA, but that kind of went out of print really quickly. And then I knew that this was kind of being released, so I didn't really push to get the Well Go USA one. The Blu-ray, I was like, I can wait for this, and I think this was £10. Very happy to get this for £10. Yeah, all the films. Next, very underrated Stephen King film. This really needs a decent release. This is a terrible release, and it's one of the only ones that you can actually pick up now. And it's with the late great Abel Ferrer. No, that's the director. What's his name? Miguel Ferrer. Stephen King's Night Flyer. Very dark film. Very dark, and I love the end of this film. Really gory. Yeah. Really underrated flick. I really do hope someone manages to get hold of the rights to that and give it justice and a decent release. Okay, I did have the blue of this. This is one that my wife was like, really cool that she actually picked me up the release of this South Korean film. But she got me the Nordic release, which only has the Nordic country subtitles and no English, so I was really going to struggle. So I actually just passed that on to my my buddy Marco, who lives also here in Finland with me. And it's I Saw the Devil. So I've picked up this DVD, and at last it has English subtitles, so I can see this film at last. I did see some of it a few years ago, about half of it, and for some reason I can't remember why I didn't finish, but what I saw was really good, so I know it's a good film. We have a Code Red DVD. This seems to go for quite, well, not quite a lot, some decent money. It's one of the video nasties. Apparently it's shit, We'll see. Maybe I might start trying to collect the video nasties. Okay, got a couple from... Oh, so this is from... There's two DVDs and a Blu-ray. And I'm a Patreon supporter for the podcast 22 Shots of Moods and Horror. And I was actually picked, random pick for their giveaway. And I picked up 2 DVDs and a Blu-ray. So, with a lovely note, this is the first one I got. A shot on video, Suffer Little Children. It's not one I've actually seen, but I will pick it up. I will watch it. And then we have Peter Jackson's Bad Taste, which looks very much like a bootleg DVD, this one. This has to be bootleg. But I don't actually have it. Of course I've seen it many, many times, but it's good to actually own it on disc. And here it's some more from my sister-in-law. And we have, from Finland, Dark Floors. Now there's a band called Lordi, a metal band, I think. I'm not sure what they are. They dress up in costume now. I think they're in Eurovision or something. And one of them's made a couple of films, and I think maybe this was his first film. Not seen it. This has to be bad. I love zombies, but I've not heard of this one. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. And then I was actually really happy to pick this up, and I was very happy with the transfer. Really, really surprised at how kind of good it looks, especially number 2, because number 2 is really hard to get hold of. We have Alligator and Alligator 2: The Mutation. Good fun, both of them. Really enjoy those films. Then we have a kind of a rare film, rare in the sense it's from Wales in Britain, and we have Dead Man's Shoes. Very dark horror, drama, thriller. If you've not seen it, I'd highly recommend it. It's from Shane Meadows, the guy that does This Is England film, and then he did the 3 series, This Is England 86, 88 and 90, I think. And it stars Paddy Considine and Toby Kebbell, I think, is in this, who is actually, maybe a lot of people would know him from Kong, Skull Island. I actually kind of know him from a few bits, but what pops to head is Black Mirror. The first series of Black Mirror, he's in that. So, or maybe the second, I can't remember which one, but very, very good film. Welsh horror. And the last one, can't really call this horror, but it's a great film. Kevin Smith, Dogma. So there are the DVDs, and now I'm literally going to jump straight into the Blu-ray. And one that popped in the mail today is Mad Max. I love Mad Max. My favourite Mad Max film, the first one. Grew up watching this. Absolutely adore it. And yeah, I've only got a snapper case DVD, so I thought I'd actually upgrade. And I'm trying to start picking up a few Scream Factories now, and yeah, this seemed a good one to get. So we have this. And you go into the beautiful edition Arrows Carry. I'm not going to open this up or anything. There's a few boxes that I'm not going to open, a few special editions. The people that have done unboxings of these things, but stunning. Really, really good. I mean, look at all that on there. They do amazing releases. Yeah, I'm an Arrow fanboy. I'm not ashamed to say this is the first kind of company that I started really noticing to collect, making a point of going to collect them, and they're my biggest collection to date. I think around 40 releases I have theirs now. Okay, I still need to see this one, Horsehead. Yeah, it's a visual mindfuck apparently. I would like to watch that at some. I have so many films to watch. Here's another one that I've not seen, but heard a lot of good things about it. The Transfiguration. I will try and get to that at some point. I know it was on Netflix, but it wasn't on the Nordic Netflix, so I actually just kind of picked it up. It was like £3, I think, on Amazon. Always looking at deals and stuff like that, and sometimes I buy second hand. And this is actually there's a few companies that sell through Amazon, and I kind of keep going back to the same ones because I trust. I've had quite a few films from there, and it's almost like new. So £3, happy. And then from that same delivery, I picked up The Conspiracy. Really good film. Yeah, I like this one. It's like a faux documentary, but gripping. Great stuff. And next I have a steelbook of a film that I've seen once and I can't figure out if I like it or I don't like it, but the steelbook was cheaper than the... I don't normally go for steelbooks unless they're cheaper than the normal release, and this was cheaper than the normal release. So we have The Woman. So I will give that a go again soon. It's not that I didn't like it, I don't know, it wasn't quite what I was expecting, and that's not a bad thing necessarily, but I just need to rewatch it again. So we have The Woman. And then we have, okay, I love this film and I really like Eureka. I have their release of Fright Night and the Ozploitation film Waking Fright. They are phenomenal releases. They look great, but they have really good extras. And I picked up The Entity, and it doesn't have any extras. There's nothing there. It's just the film. I mean, yeah, the film's the main thing, and it looks great and sounds great, but just a little disappointed that there's nothing on here. It's very bare bones. Okay, we have... This was my first Grindhouse releasing. Grindhouse release. Cat in the Brain. For some reason, their website was selling this for £12, and I think it's gone back up to £25 now. But had to grab it. £12 of free delivery. Haven't checked it out yet, but yeah, it's gonna be good. It's Fulci. It's got to be good. I mean, I've heard mixed things. I know about the film, and I think it's going to be a bit of a crazy one, but the other Grindhouse release I picked up that's actually in this pile, I did watch that one, and fantastic job they've done. So I am looking forward to checking this out. Next we have the 101 Films release of Lord of Illusions. Now I did know the catch when I bought this, that it has the director's cut, but the director's cut is actually DVD. And the Blu-ray is the normal theatrical release. I haven't actually checked it out for the transfer yet. I went straight to the DVD, and it makes a difference seeing the director's cut. It's quite a lot cut out, and it does make a difference. It's a lot better, the director's cut. Some people don't like longer films, so I'm actually quite happy watching longer films. It doesn't bother me, and it's worth it. Worth the extra time they put in. It ties it up a lot better, and it's darker. Yeah, it makes a little bit more sense. And you have a nice release for a Second Sight. They do some nice things, Second Sight. And we have Piranha. Do you know I've never seen this? Yeah, I've never seen any of the Piranha series, so I thought let's start with the first one. Then we have the amazing, again, just talking about Second Sight. This is very hard to get, this film, but this is actually a really good release of it, and it's just like £9, £8 or something like that, and they have quite a lot of nice features to it. An amazing film. It's one that you have to sit down and concentrate and watch, but it's such a journey. Isabelle Adjani and Sam Neill, they so good in their roles. Apparently it's a brutal film to actually be part of, as reading a few things from Isabelle Adjani. But I haven't watched any of the extras yet. I will pop that in at some point and get to those. Next we have The Arrow. The oddly Wes Craven, yeah, kind of maybe not what the film you'd expect of him, maybe, I don't know, some people might, but I love this one. A lot of social commentary in here, but you can switch your brain off and not pick up on anything and still enjoy it. It's still a fun ride. Yeah, that's a good kind of way to describe it, a fun ride. It is a really good, fun film, and it holds up really well. Early 90s, I think. 91, yeah. Good release by Arrow, looks nice. And here's another good release by them. I've not seen this one before. It's The Mutilator. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. Two really fun films, two very different Arrow releases, but I think I watched them on the same day and had great fun with both of them. I have Blue Underground's Toolbox Murders. This is a good film as well. I really like Blue Underground. They do good stuff. I only have like 4 of their releases now, and they're just the single release I did. I know they do like more special edition ones, but actually I don't know if they're more special edition, if it's just that there's a DVD and Blu-ray dual release, and then the single disc is just the blue, but they have the same extras on. I'm not sure, but this is really good, and it's Dead and Buried and Zombie and Maniac, the others I have, and really happy with them all. They do have nice transfers and nice prices as well. Tend to be a lot cheaper than some of the other bad boys that are out there. Here we have Prevenge. I actually watched this for the first time the other night, and fair play Alice Lowe. Heavily pregnant, writing, directing, producing, basically one-man band with this, and she did a phenomenal job. This is really good film. Yeah, really, really enjoyed it. Only thing I didn't like, very, very, very last scene. But it didn't really ruin the film or anything. It's just didn't really need to have that, I don't think. But I can understand why it was on there. But recommended watch. Again, talking about steelbooks when they're cheaper than their regular counterparts. I got the Zavi release of the Arrows. Zavi's release of Arrow's release of Society. Yeah, really nice steelbook. So yeah, they it's very difficult to get the special edition release. Arrow did it kind of. It's not too expensive. It's like maybe £40 you can get it for, but this was £8 I think, £8 or £9. It's like, and it's 25 on Amazon. So it's like, yeah, I'll take that. It's a great film. Brian Usner craziness. I love that guy's films. I've got the Dentist box set as well, and crazy shit. And then this I was very happy to pick this up. This is one that has been floating around for a long time, and then I started to think, maybe I should get that. I haven't seen it for a while. And then everywhere I was seeing it for was like £30. I was like, shit. I want it, but I don't want to pay that. And then I've managed to find it for like £14.50, I think, on Amazon. And it's such a good. I wish I'd brought it before. I really just should have like pulled my finger out and been a lot quicker. I actually haven't watched any of it yet. I've just taken it out and had a good look through, and it's a really fun film. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. And here we have. This is a very cool box set. I've only seen the first 3. We actually did have a look at another DVD that I've been given for free, but it's from the same series, but I can give that away, and apparently that's one of the bad ones. I love the first 2. Massively love the first 2. And the third one, I am always been not so much of a fan, which I know a lot of people do really like the third one. Some prefer it the most, and I need to watch it again. Then I need to watch the other 4. I know the next 2 are crap, and then the last 2 are good. So this was $25 on Amazon US, and I think it's back to like $48 or something now. And I'm in Finland, so I pay by euros, but with like delivery and everything, it came to like €26 for this. It's like, you see it's on the UK site, the Region 2 version, and that's like £40. So it's like bargain. Happy to have that. I didn't know it had a lenticular on the front, so that was extra cool. Okay, classic Terrorvision, everyone knows that, and probably less people know the Video Dead. I certainly knew a lot less about the Video Dead, and I watched it about a month ago. It was a great film. Low budget, but I really enjoyed it. They have one of the worst actors. I can't remember his name, but he's one of the main guys in the video dead, and he's terrible. He really is terrible, but the film is still good, and he's that terrible. It's not endearing, but kind of just fits in the film that how bad he is. It's hard to explain, but yeah, this is really cool. I love this. This is a very cool double feature. I need to pick up a few more of the Scream Factory double features. Like I said, this is my latest pickups. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, there we go. It just opened up. There we go. Next, this only came through like about a week ago or something. Another one of the Scream Factory Collector's Edition. I wasn't sure actually whether to go for Pumpkinhead or Kino's Rawhead Rex. I know I've seen Rawhead Rex, and I know it's not very good, but it seems like a really nice release. I was like, it's not a good film. And actually, I'm mentioning 22 Shots podcast earlier. I'm quite active on their website as well, and I actually did a small poll and like asking which shall I buy, and this won by quite a huge majority. So I watched it and really enjoyed it. Even started to check out some of the special features. I'll see why Scream Factory is so popular. So here is the other Grindhouse releasing that I mentioned. Ooh, this is one of my favourite things that I own now. This is a beautiful release and such a good film. Everyone knows the film. And we know that there has animal cruelty, and this has the two versions with the animal cruelty and everything in, and then exactly the same but with the animal killings taken out. So it's kind of catering for everyone. Superb film and a beautiful release. Me and my second-hand films, £3 from a second-hand store called Topsy of Jane Doe. I was really surprised with this film when I saw it. I wasn't expecting much, and really good fun. Everyone's seen that, I think. Okay, when I actually bought the Society Steelbook, yeah, I think it was £9 actually, and it was like £10 and you have free delivery, and I was like, well, fuck, how much is delivery? And it was like £3 or £4 or something. UK delivery. I was picking a lot of stuff up from eBay and stuff like that because I was visiting back to UK, and whenever I go back I have loads of stuff sent there which I pick up and bring back with me. And I think this was like £2, so it was like either pay £4 for delivery or pay £2 for this, and yeah. I've only seen some of this, and it's one of those again that I started watching. I can't remember why I didn't finish it, but it seemed quite interesting at the time. And Sholto Copley, the South African dude that kind of came to fame with District 9. He's doing quite a few things now, but yeah, I'll pick that out at some point. Horror or drama? Definitely horror. Very good film. Oof. This one gets you thinking. Really enjoyed that. And then another thinking film, I believe, because I've not seen this one, by M. Night Shyamalan. Split. James McAvoy apparently is fantastic in this, so I will pick that out soon. Check it out. Then we go to another Arrow. Did I watch this one last night or the night before? I'd not seen it before. It's one from my Swedish neighbours. So much fun, so much gore. Just a brilliant ride, this film. I think I watched the special ed edition. Yeah, the longer edition, the special ed edition cut. Yeah, I saw that one. Brilliant film. Some people aren't so high on it, but I just let it take me on that ride, and I enjoyed it. Okay, this is a Japanese hitman film, I believe, from the 60s. Not one I've seen, but I managed to pick it up. It was like £5 or something, and it's an Arrow, and I tend not to blind buy things like more expensive films. Like I'll blind buy like cheap DVDs and stuff like that. But this is only £5, and all the arrows I have, I love all the arrows I have. So sometimes, even if it's a bad film, they have so many decent extras and documentaries and things like that. It's like it's worth picking up for that. But I have a feeling that I'll probably like this. But anyway, Branded to Kill. And then mentioning the 22 shots of moods and horror again. This was the other film in the giveaway that I got. It was the Severin release of Richard Stanley's The Other World. I like Richard Stanley. Weird guy. Really like the documentary about the screw up of the island of Dr. Moreau. Weird documentary. This guy is weird. But I do love his film Hardware. That's a great film. So I'll watch that at some point. And then we have another Severin. The Jim fan paper. The Manson Family. This is a funny one. I actually noticed this from looking at Bag Boy Loverboy online, that it had the UK rating, and this does. And I had no idea that Severin did Region 2 films. But they do. This would have been nice to know when I was region locked, but now I'm region free, so it doesn't really matter. But for the people that are region locked and you're stuck in Europe, you can pick up Severin titles. We have a 60s film, Colossus. I actually thought this was from eBay and it's like £3 or £4, and I thought I was bidding on the Eureka one, but this is a medium rare and Fremantle Media Entertainment one. But it doesn't matter. It's a fun film. Supercomputer turns bad. Yeah. Okay. My number one film of last year. Still haven't rewatched this yet. I saw it at the cinema. And it's incredible. Incredible film. Absolutely incredible. Denis Villeneuve did a phenomenal. He had such a hard thing to try and do, to follow, because Blade Runner is one of my few 10 out of 10 films, and yeah, he did a great job on this. Number one film of last year. I heard lots about this. It's by my main man, Double V, Vince Vaughn. Brawl on Cell Block 99. Apparently it's a brutal as hell film, and he's quality in it. His quality in everything is Double V. But I will check it out at some point. Now I know a lot of people had the synapse of this. They had the steelbook, and then there was the general release has just come out as well. But this was $12.99 on Amazon, and it's a really nice edition. Sound and picture, they're stunning. And good luck to anyone that has the synapse, because apparently that's better, and that must be one of the most beautiful films that you can see on a screen right now, because this is really good. And yeah, like I said, I wasn't interested in like paying all that money for the steelbook, and I was maybe thinking of waiting to get the standard blue release, but this was so cheap, and I'm happy I picked this up. And it's actually a numbered edition as well, number 1250 of, I don't know, 10,000 or something. I have no idea, but brilliant release. And then, okay, yeah, I mentioned that I normally check things when I buy them, that they won't be cut. This is a cut release of Tater City, which kind of, again, it's pissed me off. So I'll have to kind of pick up the full release. It wasn't a lot of money. I was like, maybe that should have flagged up alarm bells ringing, because this normally, it's not expensive, but it's not normally as cheap as this was. This was like half the normal price, and you learn things. Okay, and I'm embarrassed that I still haven't watched this. This is completely up my street. Should watch it. Everyone loves this film. Not heard anyone say anything bad about it. Train to Busan. I will get to that. Then we have probably the best film that Tom Hardy has done, and I butcher his middle name and probably his surname. Nicholas Winding Refn. Terrible. It's Bronson. I love Drive. There's Only God Forgives as well. Obviously, Neon Demon's fantastic film, and this is a little underrated one. He's done other films as well. There's one with Mads Mikkelsen that he's done. Can't remember what that is now, but that wasn't a bad film. But this is really good. Bronson. Yeah, like I said, Tom Hardy knocks this out of the park. Okay, this one is Ray Harryhausen special effects titan. Grew up watching his films, and I know Indicator have done a release of the Ray Harryhausen set of some of his films. I think it's the Sinbad films, and I need to pick those up. Sinbad, I absolutely love those. The one for me, my number one when I was a kid, was Jason and the Argonauts. They actually talk about it in this documentary, the skeleton sword fight, and even have it on the cover. That was so ahead of its time. Really interesting documentary. Highly recommend watching that. And my final film was my number 2 film of last year, but my number 1 horror. And I've only seen it once in the cinemas, and I really need to get to it. It. Bill Skarsgård, phenomenal job as Pennywise, and the kids were great. And I just have worries about the second one. It's because I know it's not the best than the 1990 TV miniseries one, but I really love the first half of it. I just take it for what it is, and it's a great ride. And the second half is just never as good. It drops quite a bit, and my overall rating for that film drops a lot because of the second half. And I really hope they don't drop the ball, because they did such a good job with this part 1. And I was in the cinema actually, and I think a lot of people have seen this, that when it comes up at the end, part 1, and you can see people like, what? Part 1? What the hell? But yeah, phenomenal film. Right, that's the end of the update. I might have picked up a few other bits and pieces. I know I've got things in the post coming. But yeah, that's the overall vid. Just happy to put something out here again, because it's been a couple of months, and I will carry on with some of the other video series I was doing, and I'll actually do a new update of my full Arrow collection. Bit of a better one, because that was my first video that I did, and it was with the iPhone. It's a bit shaky and that, but we'll see. So, I've actually been lucky enough to have a small role in the Body Bags YouTube channel, where a bit of a fill-in reviewer. So if anyone needs that vacation or whatever, that I actually step in, and I've done a couple now, and really enjoyed doing that. I actually did there's a Blue Underground week, so I did Zombie, Fulci's Zombie, and then there's the week after there's another one that I was needed to do, and I got to do Pieces of Talent. Really good, underrated film, another one. And so yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll get back to you soon with a new video. Have a nice evening, everyone. Good night.